a little while since I posted a video update. My health has been giving me lots of struggles recently. I've really been fighting my nausea and getting fluids down and staying hydrated. So I've been pretty sick, and that's why I haven't posted a video in a little while. But I wanted to jump back on and also share the exciting news that I got a new wheelchair that is all mine. It's not loaned, and I'm so excited about it. It's nicer than my old wheelchair, it works better, it's easier for me, so I'm super, super excited about that. And we're getting so close to our trip to Mayo Clinic. These next 10 days are, I'm sure, gonna fly by, just like the month of December has already started to fly by. So that is the update that I have for you guys. And now I'm gonna hand you over to Jean, who is gonna talk to you guys about sending medical records to Mayo Clinic. And then at the end of this video, I'll be back at you with some donor shoutouts.
Hey there. I wanted to provide a little bit of color on the process of getting medical records over to Mayo. So Mayo doesn't take certified mail, they take faxes. It's 2018, but it is what it is. So we made one big mistake that made our life way more complicated than it needed to be. Initially, we thought that a Mayo Clinic provided ID needed to be put on every single page of the records, and the medical records company handling Cura's records just refused this request. Pretty reasonably, I think. So we said, okay, just send it to us. We'll figure it out. We later found out that the ID really just needed to be on the cover letter, and if we had put on the cover letter, they could have handled it. But we didn't find that out until too late. So we kind of had three options for how we could handle the faxing. The first option was we could, oh hey there Con. We've talked about our cat Con, here's Con. The first option would be to have someplace like FedEx or Kinko's handle it. This has two pretty big drawbacks. One, they charge about $1.50 a page, so it would have been like $600. And two, those are essentially public devices, so it's kind of a no-go from a security standpoint. The second option would have been to just get a fax machine. We seriously considered this, but we would have had to get a landline, get a fax machine, and then fax every single page. So what we ended up landing on was using an online faxing tool. We ended up using Ring Central, but there are a lot of options. But to do that, you have to digitize all of your documents. So I used a scanner at work, which worked great with some caveats. One, I could only scan about 10 pages at once, and two, the scanner didn't support double-sided, so I ended up with sort of groups of PDFs where one would be ordered odd, like 1, 3, 5, 7, and then because we had to flip them to do the other side, I ended up with another group ordered like 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. So I had, in the end, like 38 different PDFs of unordered pages. After about half an hour of clicking around trying to get these hundreds of pages in order, I remembered, I'm a programmer. There's a pretty good chance I can make a computer do this for me. And that's what I ended up doing. I basically wrote a program that sort of took the odd-numbered PDFs and took the even-numbered PDFs, flipped the order of the even-numbered PDFs, and then it stitched them back together in order, and then make one big ordered fax. One big ordered PDF. This took a little bit, but I was able to make it work. But then once I got onto the faxing service, I ran into another snag. There's a 20 megabyte file limit. So after going to all this trouble of stitching the PDF together in order, I had to break it apart to get under their file limit. So once I sent about 11 faxes with them, it worked pretty well. But let's step back and look at what we did. We got 400 pages of record mailed to us. We scanned these pages out of order. We wrote a program to take these pages, stitch them back together in order. Then we had to break them back apart again to fax them. then we could fax them so that Mayo Clinic could receive them and ultimately have them come out as pages. So the whole process is kind of crazy. My recommendation is don't. Have a medical records company do it. That's their job. But if you end up in this situation, it's definitely doable. If you happen to be a geek like me, I'll be linking the code that I wrote in a GitHub repo in the video description, and I'll send you back to Kira for this week's donor shoutouts. Bye!
Our donor shoutouts for this week are Joby Lamplot, Katie Hoverstadt, Nick Wilson, Lucas Melling, Rowan Jayasumana, Lena Felt, Anna Lewis, and all of the other anonymous donors who have donated. Thank you all so much. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And we will be back at you next time, probably when we're at Mayo Clinic.